an impromptu live broadcast transmission from Newgrange. I figured I would come out because it's a beautiful evening, and with the COVID-19 restrictions getting stricter, it could be that Ireland will go into a lockdown phase this week, sometime this week, and we may not be able to travel unless it's for food or work. So I said I'd come out here before I do my live broadcast later about Dogda and show you some of the landscape. This is Newgrange Farm, and down there, hopefully you can see that when it focuses and stops shaking, you can just about make out the standing stone there, just standing stone C. And then down here towards the river is Mound B, and that's the Dogda's Mount. We'll be talking about that later on. You can hear the birds singing. Oh, that's what I needed. If I get interrupted here, because sometimes people pull over to talk to me at the side of the road, I'll come back on again. There's Mound A. Mound A is fenced off, but it also has a henge around it, or the remains, flattened, denuded remains of a henge. The river still got loads of water in it. Hope you can hear those birds. From Belfast, hello Peter. Those birds just lift the spirits like nothing else. Perhaps somebody can identify what type of bird that is in the top of that tree singing his or her little heart out. I think it's got a long tail. Not sure if it's a goldfinch or a robin. So new visitor attractions and all the monuments around the country are closed to visitors for the next 2 weeks. Get you a view through the hedge here. We'll get better views of it. It's quite windy, but I tell you, it's good to be out. I've been working at a desk all this week at home, and you get to suffer from cabin fever, you know. I get a gap in the hedge here now and show you a lovely view of Sheedenbroga or Newgrange. And the sheep are out munching away at the grass. Not a bother on them. They don't know anything about coronavirus, COVID-19. Sandra Redmond is enjoying the songs, and Elmo Mack says it's a robin. Yeah, I think it is, Elmo. I think you're right. So that's Newgrange. And of course, the only traffic around the place are the locals, and it's not a busy road because there aren't many houses around here. I just saw one man pull his car up at the front of Newgrange and took some of his kids out of the car, which I think is a wonderful thing to see. They're perhaps getting an opportunity to get some fresh air and have a look at some of our heritage while the shutdown is on. So just to keep you up to speed, as of this moment in time, the restrictions are that indoor gatherings of 100 or more are banned. Outdoor gatherings of 500 or more are banned. Those who can work at home are being advised to work at home. Those restrictions could get more strict as the week goes on. Pamela is in Detroit. Hello Pamela. You're very welcome. As the sun heads towards the deck here at Newgrange. I brought the drone, but it's a little bit breezy. I probably won't take the drone out. It's a little bit windier than I thought it would be. Margaret Ring, hello Margaret. One of the regulars. And the Shannon was incredible. Yeah, well, there's a lot of water around and there's more rain to come tomorrow, unfortunately. William Butch King is in Arkansas. Good evening to you. Jules Cousins, hello, one of the regulars. Kieran Campbell, all the way from Laytown. Kieran knows a thing or two about archaeology, being an archaeologist himself. A very well known name in these parts. And I hope you're keeping well, Kieran, and you've managed to get through all those queues in the supermarkets. Chris is self-quarantined in Rhode Island and appreciates this virtual trip outside one of my favourite places. Well, I'm glad to be able to bring it to you. This is one of the advantages of modern day technology. I'm not leaving much of an impact here. I'm just quietly walking along the side of the road on my own, not bothering anybody. Kim Wilson says, thank you. You're very welcome. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Is it Candace? Candace Gray says, stay safe, good to see it again. Well, it's a gorgeous evening. I mean, it's cold. It's a little bit nippy. There's a little bit of a chill in the air, but it was lovely today. The sun was shining and there was heat in the sun. You could really feel that perhaps we were starting to turn the corner from winter through into spring proper, you know. Almost a sense of summer, you know. The days are getting noticeably longer, which is fantastic. What time is it? What time is it? Yeah, it's 5:45. I mean, a couple of months back, it would have been dark at this stage, you know. Ah, Brian, my brother is there. Hello. Hi, bro. I hope Oisin is suitably watching while I stroll down the road here. You should be out with the camera. It's going to be a nice sunset. Jackie Dixon says, I've been to mystical Newgrange. Hello from North Yorkshire. Would come back to Ireland in a heartbeat. Well, there you go. Aren't I lucky that I live here? Adriana Biscuola is in Italy, and I hope that you're also not feeling too down with all the restrictions. So there's a lovely view of Newgrange from the back, and you can see, or at least from the east, you can see there that it really is the on the peak of the ridge, you know. It is the highest point. If I could walk up there now, which I can't, and walk up onto the top of it, you would see just how dominant it is and what a fantastic view it has of the landscape. And I think that was important, especially in the late Neolithic, you know, that as described in the mythology, when Elkmar is looking out at the boys at play in the playing fields, that someone standing at Newgrange, Sheedan Broga, Sheon Vrú, Brú Macanog, that they would have a tremendous view of the entire monument complex down on the floodplain. They would have seen all of the structures, the mounds, the standing stones, the palisades, the hinges, the mortuary enclosures. It would have been spectacular. It would have been like a mini city, you know. And at certain times of the year, I'm sure the activity levels made it packed, thronged with people, and maybe a festive atmosphere. People who had maybe brought pigs and cattle with them on the hoof so that they would have something to eat while they were here, you know. It's difficult to imagine now, because what we see now are fields, green fields and bare fields, you know. Hopefully we'll get some more bird song. Let the birds do the talking and I'll shut up. I know some of you are secretly wishing that would be the case. Come on, don't stop now. He was in full song a second ago. Oh well. Sun's coming out now too. Oh, that's fabulous. Maybe get a little better view of the monuments down on the floodplain now. Oh, look at that. That's fabulous. Rowena is in Brazil. Hello, from Bóinne all the way to Brazil. Pamela K says, Ireland is so incredibly beautiful. And that is not being disputed by me. So one of the interesting discussions about the satellite mounds in the fields in front of Newgrange is the age of them. Are they passage tombs? I don't think there's any evidence of any curbstones around Mound A. Or are they later structures? Are they Bronze Age mounds? You know, it's very interesting. And with the low sun, you should just be able to see the very denuded bank of the henge around Mound A there. The fields in front of us are all empty, no cattle or sheep out, but of course the sheep will be moved, and the land isn't just ready yet for the cows because there's been so much rain lately, and the ground is very soft, so they'll poach it. Patricia, love the area, love the country. I was there in November, right there. What do you mean, right here on this spot? Yeah, good. And look, there's 101 people watching, and yet I'm here all on my own. Yeah, so this is my meditation. This is my yoga. Philomena is saying hello from Nottingham. Rachel is in Nova Scotia. Gorgeous country Ireland is. Not arguing with that either. And Nova Scotia, of course, is New Scotland, isn't it? And Scota, or Scotia, originally meant the Irish. It was a name given to Scotland because there were so many Irish in it. Mad stuff. Oh, there are some cattle out. Look, I missed them that time. There are a few cattle out down in that field there. And just over there, towards the other side of that field, is a partly ruined passage tomb or cairn, designated Site U on the maps. So you can see some of the stones sticking up out of the ground there. It's a really beautiful day from the point of view of the light. The light is fabulous. So as you all probably know, or some of you will know, I started this live myths series to counteract the boredom and the negativity and the fear and the anxiety around the COVID-19 situation. I'm due to do a live transmission at 7 PM Irish time about the Dagda on Bóinne. Now, it being 7 minutes to 6, I'm not sure if I'll get back on time to get that set up and ready for exactly 7 o'clock, so that may be delayed. Circumstances, and given the ability to be here, you know, at Newgrange, I think this is almost more valuable at this moment in time. Patricia Loughran McTague says, yes, at Newgrange. I have family nearby and it's been one of my favourite places on the planet. Feels like home. Yeah. It's a strange for centuries. It's very, very strongly rooted to this place. Strange in a very good way, of course. Strange in a very positive way. Not bizarrely strange. This place just feels like I belong here, you know? There you go. There's the esoteric side of it for you. When you dig down through all the archaeology and the facts and the figures and the measurements and the descriptions, there's something else here. Something that permeates the soil and the rocks and the trees and the river. The valley itself almost speaks to you, you know? And you get to thinking after a while that you're part of it. And that it's a part of you. Just going to walk up here a little bit. See if we can get a slightly closer view. There are two swans down there. Not sure whether you'll be able to see them or not. Okay. And it is now 22 minutes past 6 and the sun is just setting here at Newgrange. It's a bit of a red sky there. I have the camera here. I've been clicking away. I was just chatting there to a local family who were out for a walk, enjoying the beautiful evening and the bird song. Look at that. Fabulous. And so one of the great things about March as we rush towards spring equinox is that the days will be getting much longer now. By the end of the month it won't be getting dark till about 9:30 at night. Let's go back here a little bit. Try and get a slightly wider view. So apart from the locals, there's absolutely nobody here. It is so quiet. It's lovely. It's serene. No tours. Of course, that's not necessarily a good thing, I know, because the tourism industry has been very badly hit by the current situation. If we can zoom in on that sunset. Oh, it's just touching the horizon now. Hill and the sun has basically almost disappeared in the little slope that I've come down. There we go. I'll stand on this. Whoa! Not quite as fit as I used to be. There you go. Now that's really incredible, because since the winter, I just want to show you this, how much the sun has travelled. At winter solstice, the sun sets there over Railtogue Hill in the distance, and it has moved all that way as we approach equinox. That's some sweep of the horizon. From there, that hill there, Railtogue, which means star or young star, all the way to there in 3 months. Fabulous. Oh, I love this time of year. Hoping, as I say, that this situation with the COVID-19 doesn't last too long, and that we can get back to normal. A little bit of traffic now as the sun just disappears there, the very last glint of it there, disappearing behind Cullen Hill, C-U-L-L-E-N, in the distance. Lovely. So there you go. I better go home and get ready for the Dagda broadcast, which is scheduled for 7 o'clock Irish time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time in the US, but it's going to be late. It's going to take me a little while to get home and get set up, so it might be 7:30. It might even be 8 o'clock before I get on here. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all later on.